Having a functional working closet can be a big hassle for a lot of guys out there. So today I'm going to be showing y'all exactly what it is that I'm currently doing to have a closet with a variety of different outfits by getting started with the essentials. Let's get started. Okay, so if you guys ever go out there and you guys see like a lot of guys and they look really good in their clothes, and you probably wonder, I wonder why these guys look so good in their clothing. Well, chances are that it's because these guys actually are applying conscious effort into what they're wearing, and they're also paying attention to the shops that they're shopping at. So the main problem that I see men having with this is that they're just simply not putting enough conscious effort into what they're shopping for. And the three main reasons is, the first one is the cohesiveness. So what I mean by cohesiveness is whether what they're shopping for matches with what they already have. So not paying attention to the cohesiveness, guys, can have a big negative effect, because whenever you are unaware or just conscious about the stuff that you already have at home, you wind up with a lot of pieces that don't exactly match with one another, and you just end up with a bunch of random BS in your closet. And then whenever the time comes to actually go to a wedding ceremony, all you have is just a bunch of t-shirts, jeans, and Converse. I, for a fact, have definitely been guilty of this plenty of times, and I think one of the reasons why this happens is because whenever we were children, we were extremely and heavily codependent on our parents doing all the shopping for us. At least for me, my mother did most of my clothing shopping pretty much my entire childhood, all the way up until I was like maybe 14 years old. I started getting like little graphic t-shirts and band shirts from Hot Topic. I'm sure that plenty of you guys can relate to this, so that's exactly why I'm making this video. Second reason or issue, actually I should have been saying issues this whole time. So there's three main issues. The first one that I covered was cohesiveness. The second issue is going to be the fit. So if you guys aren't paying attention to how your clothes fits, then of course you're not gonna look good. So a lot of times, a lot of guys, they don't really know that there's such thing as regular fit, slim fit, athletic fit, or relaxed fit. I believe there's maybe like two more on top of that. However, if you're not really paying attention to how the clothing is gonna fit, then it's not gonna look aesthetically pleasing on you. So for example, I've already used this example before in the past. My favorite fitting to date is still slim fit, because I am a slender guy. I've been working out a lot. I hit the gym all the time, so the clothes that I prefer is going to be clothes that that shows those features that make me look more attractive. So slim fit is always going to be a better choice if you want to bring out the chest, the arms, or just have a more aesthetically pleasing, more slicker look to yourself. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with relaxed fits, but there's just a time and place for them, and I'm also a fan of that as well. But if I had to choose one, slim fit is definitely my favorite. And the third issue that I see guys having is not paying attention to the stores that they're shopping at. So if you're not putting that conscious effort into the specific niche stores, then you're not going to reach your full potential as far as style goes. So like, this kind of plays back again to what I was talking about with our parents. So whenever I was a child, I was just completely dependent in in the clothes that I would wear. My mom would buy it for me, or I would just get dragged to whatever store she would go to up until I was a teenager. Then I started going to Hot Topic, Zoomies, and all of that. So for, whenever I was a teenager, I would also go to JCPenney and Macy's. And I kind of just stuck around those stores up until I was already an adult. So like between the ages of 21 and 25, of course I was already doing my own shopping. However, I was still just entering Macy's, JCPenney. I think maybe I was already doing H&M at the age of 21, but I wasn't really entering the other ones because, at least for me, they just seemed really expensive. I know that I'm kind of lingering a lot on this one part. However, it's really important to learn about the stores, because whenever I was younger, I was not exactly excited to enter a bunch of stores and try to start experimenting, because I just wasn't really interested in the subject that much as of that time. But whenever I did in fact start entering them, I don't know, at least for me, I started falling in love with the subject. And I mean, I guess that's the reason why I'm here trying to teach it to you guys. Those niche stores that I'm currently shopping at are Express, H&M, Abercrombie & Fitch, Banana Republic. So these stores are excellent. as far as like a mid-tier level goes. Like I think like it's excellent value for the price. Now the price, that can be a bit controversial, to be honest, guys, because it is pretty high. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like for a person who's just working a 9 to 5, and if you're not really making consistent, I don't even know how to say it. Like if you're not at least making like maybe $50,000 a year, if I'm gonna actually be averaging things out, then buying clothes from those stores can be a little bit annoying because yeah, like who wants to buy one single shirt for $70 from Express? Because that's how much some things actually cost. So what I'm really talking about here is that I believe the stores that I mentioned are ideally probably the best thing that you're gonna find out there for not something too expensive, okay? Because there's even more expensive stores, right? You have Armani, you have Suit Supply, you have, you know, several others, the list goes on, but I believe that these stores are like second tier. So you have your first tier stores, which is going to be Walmart, Target, and I shouldn't even mention Target because Target actually has some pretty good stuff, to be honest. But yeah, like these second tier stores, personally, what I would do is just save up those extra few bucks and try to buy things from there, because honestly, the clothes from those stores is excellent. And then even if I was currently rich, I would probably still buy the majority of my clothes there because I really love it. It's very comfortable, it's aesthetically pleasing, it fits great. So I don't see the point of me spending more money on something that is so, you know, not like a huge importance in life. Like I consider it important, all right? Don't get me wrong. I love my clothes, but it's not the most important thing in the world, right? So yeah, I would consider, you know, just saving up a few more bucks to buy things at those stores, because if you're gonna cheap out, trust me, cheaper clothes is not gonna last you that long, and you just don't really fall in love with it, and it doesn't fit as good. So that's it for the issues that I see in men. The purpose is to get you started on the basics and make it economic and simple to look better effortlessly by delegating the money that you already have into versatile and cohesive outfits that will last you for a very long time, or maybe even a lifetime. Basically, that just goes back to what I was mentioning with money. If you don't have all the money in the world, then the last thing you want to do is to not be conscious about the pieces that you're buying, because then you end up with a lot of randomness, and in the long run, you wind up spending more money. So that's it for the entire explanation. Now let me go ahead and give you guys that list. The way that I want to give this list to you guys is broken down into separate categories, and that is tops, bottoms, coats, suits, footwear, accessories, gym, or athletics. Getting started with our tops, here is the list, guys. It is your tank tops, crew necks, polos, and dress shirts. These are the backbone element of your closet, and I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I believe that this is just common sense kind of stuff, but I have to put it out there only because, believe it or not, a lot of guys, including myself, do make the mistake on being random, as I've already mentioned, but I want to make it very clear that this entire list is based on you saving money and delegating the money that you already have into pieces that are going to actually serve you. So for the colors that I put right here, as you can see, they're mainly consisting of white, black, and gray. Besides the polos and the dress shirts, I put sky blue in there. These are pieces that are going to serve you for multiple occasions, not just for one thing. You can wear them casually, but you can also wear them for like a business meeting, or yeah, for business casual occasions. Tank tops make excellent undershirts. Go for gray instead of white. You guys can look it up online. It's not something I'm making up, but apparently gray is the ideal color so that you can't actually see it under the white shirt specifically. Look it up. It's not just me. I'm not lying. It's just an extra pointer that I wanted to throw in there. Your crew necks, white and black, are excellent because they're versatile. Preferably go with something slim fit so that you can wear for multiple occasions, not just for relaxed streetwear. But you know, it's really gonna rely on you what your preference is. Just a piece of advice. For your polos, I've already put up the colors, and for your dress shirts, if you guys noticed, I threw in linen in there as well. And the reason why I wanted to throw in linen is because whenever summer comes around, you don't want to be stuck just wearing t-shirts and tank tops and, you know, being shirtless all the time, right? Unless you look good. But I know exactly how that feels. But whenever summer comes around, you want to be a little bit versatile and look stylish, and linen is going to look excellent with those chino shorts. So I highly recommend that you look into some linen button-ups. They just look awesome. Next up, we have bottoms. Here's that list, guys. It is blue denim jeans, slacks, chinos, and chino shorts. All right. So this list, again, number one is it's very simple and it's common sense. If you don't already have a pair of blue denim jeans, and that's just weird. Now, the one thing that I do want to throw on there is that make sure that your pants actually fit, because I do know a couple of guys out there that will get their clothes from like what's it called, like secondhand dealers, like thrift stores and stuff like that. I have nothing against saving a few bucks, but if the pants seem like they would fit somebody who is 20 pounds heavier than you, then perhaps those pants actually don't fit you. And if they don't exactly fit you, then you look homeless. It's not a great look, all right? Of course, we want to save money, but you got to have a great balance of both, of saving money but also looking good. So just keep that in mind, guys. For the colors for the slacks, I put black, gray, and navy. I put those three colors there because they're very versatile. They're going to fit great with pretty much any dress shirt, specifically the ones that I've already pointed out. And if I had a little bit more money, I would prefer to buy a few slacks more than I would buy chinos, because I personally made a mistake. I don't want to say it's like a mistake. I know this kind of stuff is a little bit trivial, but the thing is that when I started getting into style, I was buying chinos, not realizing that whenever you have slacks, it actually makes you look just a little bit better. It makes you look more mature, more masculine, such as like in the following photos. So if you look at the guy in the left, you're gonna see that the guy in the left looks quite more sharp than the guy on the right. So those slacks actually do improve your looks. I would recommend putting a little bit more money into some slacks. As for your chinos, I would start off with some beige chino shorts, specifically because, again, versatility really is important in this video. And then you're gonna want some chino shorts, so you're not just stuck wearing or ever wearing just, you know, some big baggy ass basketball shorts, which, let's face it, they are not a good look. You can use those whenever you go to sleep at night, you know, as pajamas, but to go out and stuff like that, you're gonna want something that looks more masculine and more mature. And I don't exactly like the way I'm going through this stuff because it sounds kind of robotic and like a list. I'm not gonna lie, I'm using an iPad right now, guys. It's just really hard to go through this stuff. I don't use a teleprompter, but anyways, let's get on to the next one. It is coats now. So when it comes to coats, you're gonna want a jacket of your choice that is versatile. So I would recommend a bomber jacket or a shacket, which is one of those jackets that looks like a combination between a shirt and a jacket, hence the name shacket, shirt jacket. For those colors, I would say either beige or black. Versatility is very important. Or a puffer jacket. But again, at the end of the day, I would suggest maybe look at some photos on Google Images so that you can kind of help yourself determine what is the best look for you. But those are the ones that I recommend. And then as for another coat, you're gonna want an overcoat. Having an overcoat is very, very important, guys. And the reason for that is because if you're gonna wear a suit or something that's of higher class, right? Business, casual clothing, the last thing you're gonna want to wear is a freaking hoodie, right? Most guys, let's face it, most guys just have a freaking hoodie in their closet and they have nothing of higher class to wear, nothing that is formal to wear on top of their formal wear. So if you're gonna wear a suit and it's freaking freezing outside, you're not gonna put a hoodie on, right? You're gonna need an overcoat or a pea coat, right? So I would get started with a black one because of versatility. Next category is suits. I just broke it down in three colors: black, navy, and gray. Black is going to be the most formal type of suit that you can have. Every man needs a black suit. But whenever it comes to the other two, you can kind of choose between which one you want next, a navy or a gray one. Navy and gray are excellent for more versatile occasions because the black suit looks very formal, is more for those higher class events. And yeah, you're gonna want a navy or a gray one. Between the navy and gray one, I would prefer to get, I don't even know. I have a gray suit. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a blue one yet. I'm looking forward to getting one. They do cost a little bit of money, but yeah, those are going to be the 3 suits that you're going to want to start off with. Down the line, I'm looking forward to having like 20 of them because I just really like suits. But, or maybe not 20, all right, 10. Let's get started with 10 first, and then maybe we'll go ahead and hit 20 somewhere down the line. Next category, I have footwear. This one was a little bit tough for me to break down because there's so much great footwear out there, and bringing it down to only 4 was a little bit tough. Though for some guys out there, 4 is a lot, all right? Because a lot of men out there, specifically millennials, I've been guilty of this in the past, we're only tied down to having 2 pairs of shoes, right? We have our Converse or Vans and maybe some Jordans or some Air Force Ones, am I right? And then we use that same pair of shoes for pretty much every occasion. Well, anyways, guys, at some point you're gonna want to mature a little bit and have a little bit of versatility because at some point a really big event is gonna come into your life. The last thing you wanna do is to show up with some old Vans or some old raggedy Converse to a job interview. So I broke it down to 4 shoes, and that is white leather sneakers, casual boots, some penny loafers, a summer loafer, or a type of vacation shoe. So getting started, a quick breakdown, you're gonna want some white leather sneakers. If you guys have ever seen this whole manosphere in this niche with style, you're going to quickly see that most guys out there in this niche swear by the white leather sneaker, and they couldn't be further from the truth. They really couldn't be. It is very much true. If you have a white leather sneaker, you can pair that up with every single possible outfit, and these images right here show is proof of that, all right? If you want to dress casual, just some jeans, throw on the white leather sneaker, it looks great. Wear some chinos, you're on vacation, it looks great. Throw on a suit for a combination of a smart casual outfit, which is a combination of casual clothes with formal clothes. Throw on the white leather sneaker. It looks great. You simply just can't go wrong with white leather sneakers. Choosing a type of boot was a little bit hard for me because I love boots, but if I had to choose just one to save money, it would be just a black pair of casual boots. The reason for that is because casual boots is a very, as the name tells, they are casual. So if I'm gonna wanna dress casual, then I would prefer something black to pair up with some jeans. Of course, if you're gonna wanna wear something more formal, then you're gonna wanna go with a different type of boot, but that's going to be later on for a different video. As for something formal, I put penny loafers. I love penny loafers because you can wear them casually, but you can also wear them with dress socks and a suit as well. So you also get the best of both worlds. So you're able to dress them up and dress them down. For a summer loafer or a vacation shoe, I recommend some a summer type of penny loafer. And the reason for that is because you don't want to be stuck just wearing sandals all the time with your, summer's going to come around. You're going to have your chino shorts on. What the heck else are you going to wear, right? So I would recommend getting something like this because it just looks great. It's old money. And yeah, it's gonna look good. I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot to say on the shoe part, so I got a little bit tired, and like too much goes on whenever I make these videos. So next up I have accessories. So that is 2 watches. I would say 2 watches and 2 belts. All right, so for the watch, don't even get me started on your smart watches because I do not like smart watches. All right, they're just not a real watch. It's a wrist phone. There's no gears in it. There's just no love to it. It doesn't feel like a piece of jewelry. It feels more like a gadget. They're nice, but it's not an actual watch. Get yourself a real watch. As for belts, you're gonna want a good combination of something casual and something a little bit more dressier, right? So when it comes to a casual belt, a nice canvas belt like the one that I'm gonna show you guys here is really good because it goes great with jeans and your casual outfits. You're not stuck wearing leather belts all the time. And as for the leather formal dressier belt, I would suggest something that's reversible so that you can make it brown when you're wearing brown shoes and black when you're wearing black shoes. For the last category on this list, I put gym clothes and athletic clothing. Guys, this is very important because a lot of guys that go to the gym or go work out, including myself in the past, I'm gonna make myself an example. I didn't have anything, so I would just wear my pajama clothes that I would wear at night. And it just doesn't look good. All right, let me just give you a quick piece of advice. A lot of men, when they go to the gym, they look at the pretty girls and the yoga outfits and the tights, and they look great and they're thirsting all the time for these girls, they look good. But if you want to increase your chances to also being spotted and being separated from the rest, then maybe you should also put a little bit of love and care into the way that you look whenever you're working out. I know a lot of guys are big time against this, but trust me, whenever you invest money into the way you look, even when you're working out, it makes your workouts that much more effective and much more fun to do, because now you're not just working out to work out and you're working out for free. Now you've invested money in the way you look, so you get really excited the moment that you get this gym clothes. You're like, damn, let's go to the gym now because I'm gonna look great. I'm gonna look better than other guys and stuff like that. I know some guys are like, oh, why would I want to look better and stuff? Look, at the end of the day, if you really don't care about the way you look, then I'm sorry to tell you this, but yeah, this video is not going to be for you. So for this instance, this category, you're going to want to focus on some shorts, joggers, shirts, tanks, and hoodies. All right? They don't have to be expensive. Just look for something that fits. All right, guys, that is all that I have to say on this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I wish that I would have had a list like this to walk me through to create my own personal closet, because it took me many years and a lot of failures and a lot of moments of experience where, damn, here comes this wedding, here comes this party, here comes this Christmas event. I would get down to these moments and I didn't have anything right to wear for that occasion, and it was embarrassing. I had to run to the store. I'm running out of time. So this list, I hope that it can help you guys down the line. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and as always, stay intentional. See ya.